Hello, hello, hello. Hey, what's up, you guys? Good morning. Good morning. Y'all come up in here, sit down somewhere, and let's talk. Before I get into what the topic is for this morning, honey, y'all like, share, and subscribe. I want to pat myself on the back and say whoop whoop because I'm at 702 subscribers. Yay! Yes, honey. I'm so happy about that. I got my short-term goal. My long-term goal is to get to 1K. To get to 1K, hell, the biggest goal was to be able to have as many subscribers as I do views. But wishful thinking. But anyway, girl, y'all get up in here, tap it up. It's free. Share the live. You may not stay, but somebody else might. And definitely subscribe and join my community because I want to continue discussions outside of live and see where people heads at, especially if we are mutuals and we might have we might agree to disagree on certain things, but that's okay. I don't want to I don't like to have a narrow-minded group of people that I surround myself with. I like people to broaden their horizons, and we talk about things that that people are uncomfortable with talking about, especially if they think it doesn't affect them. So, it's a lot going on in this current state of the country that we need to discuss and keep discussing until everybody understands that all lives do matter, but all lives not gonna matter unless people, stop acting oblivious to what don't affect them. But if it doesn't, just because it don't affect you, don't mean it don't affect someone else. So having understanding and compassion and all that beautiful stuff is necessary. So we got to have the uncomfortable conversations. The people that are comfortable need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So yeah, y'all tap up the screen. Like I said, share and subscribe. Okay, so this this is a deep one. This is definitely a deep conversation, but it's so it's so deep topic, but it's all rooted in white patriarchy. But y'all get in here, tap it up, share the live, share it, because we need to talk about this. And this is something that I'm definitely going to personal experience that definitely happened yesterday. Yesterday, while on the clock. While on the clock. Y'all might end up asking why you ain't go to human resources, because human resources usually protects the company, not in the best interest of the employees. Okay. So we're gonna get up in here. The topic for this morning is racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace. We gotta talk about it. Tap up the screen, tap it up, tap it up. Share the live. You might not stay, but somebody else might, because we need to have this conversation. We need to have it. I mean, it's too much going on. Lives are being affected. Okay. And before I get into it, when people be talking about why I keep seeing why we need to see these people on TV, because they are human. If they pay taxes, yes, bitch, I want to see myself on TV. I pay taxes, I work, I have family to support just like you. So yes, reputation matters. Homosexual, transsexual representation matters. Yes. We be having families too. So yes, racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the place. So y'all come up in here, say hi, and let me know where y'all from. Okay, so let me get into it. First of all, I had started this new job 3 months ago. I wasn't on with the company. Well, I'm gonna say 3 months and a week ago. I wasn't on the company. I was through the temp service for a little while, or whatever, until we got off our 90-day, yada yada yada. Y'all know how that go. Until they sent my paperwork over to the company and they asked me if I want to get on with the company. Okay, straight on from there. So it was one of them days where they had everybody else go home, but they asked a few of us if we wanted to stay and work. Y'all tap up the screen, tap it up, and subscribe, honey. All right. They asked a few of us wanted to stay. Hell yeah, I was gonna stay, girl, because bitch, I needed my coin. And this was definitely during, December, and we started to miss days because it was cool, it was cold and all that type of stuff. So it was kind of expected because Mississippi is not really used to the snow and sleet, all that type of stuff. We're not, and we live in deciduous weather. So it was, it was understandable. It was understandable that they may ask a few people if they wanted to come, or if we wanted to risk our lives to come to work. So whatever. I needed my coin, so I went to work. So I went there. First part of the shift was cool. Second part, the supervisor came back there, all up in her feelings, which he is a he, but if you act like a bitch, I'm gonna give you those, gay lingo. I'm gonna call it like I see it. This bitch girl was up there coming over there being condescending. Of course, he was white. Of course. White people love to be passive aggressive. We just gonna call it how we see it on this channel. Love to be passive aggressive and condescending. Talking about some when the machine broke down, because they got old ass machines. They so cheap, so cheap. They want everyone to follow rules that they don't even follow. Got the same equipment that they had when they first built the place. Like, y'all keep nig rigging this shit, it's gonna fall apart. The shit kept catching on fire, like catching on fire, but sparking, which it was not supposed to do at all. And the maintenance man was taking forever to come back to try to, fix the situation. But they probably like, girl, how much we gonna keep tampering with this thing that's gonna break down and it probably explode? So yeah, it was sparking. So anyway, he was come back there with probably two other maintenance men, and they was trying to figure out what the hell, asking us the temps, me, what's going on? Girl, it's sparking. It's sparking under the machine. What you want us to do about it? It's fucking up. Obviously, you should know way more about this being fucked up than me, because I just started here. I'm a temp, okay? So what the hell would I know about this machinery? I ain't signed up to be no mechanic or, no maintenance man, bitch. So why you asking me? Came up there with he face all red. He's a redneck, so you already know they're gonna come with the bullshit and be, racist and prejudice, all that shit, girl. And then plus I'm gay, and they consider to be trans too, because we all the same to homophobes. We all the damn same. All the same. Girl, I'm a gay man, but then pulling off, just got a ponytail. You trying to be a woman, all this bullshit. So they look at, we all the same to them. So anyway, came in with his red face shaped like a damn hen. Let me tell you. Oh, I gotta say, well, I work at a chicken plant. Yes. So he's shaped like a hen, girl, small as that. He just built all fucking wrong, girl. All wrong. Y'all tap it up. Come up in here. Come up in here and tap it up. Share the live. You might not say it, but somebody else might. Definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe, honey. But yeah, we're talking about racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace. If you haven't experienced anything like that, you may know somebody that has, or you may have just been hearing this topic of discussion, going on around the world. And this stuff happens. This stuff happens, and I'm explaining what happened. Giving a good context of what happened to me yesterday. I have to go way back when to where I started, so I can, so y'all can understand what happened yesterday. Oh, you did? Oh no. See, this stuff be going on, and I know people gonna be like, why you haven't went to human resources or whatever. I'm gonna get into that, but I just had to say human resources really protects the company instead of the employees, unless you go to court and all this type of shit, or yada yada. Y'all already know. But anyway, except like, if you want to subscribe and let me know, join my community and talk about your experience with homophobia or transphobia, if not both. But yeah, let me get back into the story. But yeah, he came in red faced now. Then he thought he was gonna be passive aggressive with me with a smile on his face, you know, saying, because it broke down, and me and a couple of the other temps was just, and employees, because some of them stayed to work and get the extra coin too, because we was missing so many days, y'all. Y'all tap up the screen, tap up. Hey, what's up? What's up? We talking about racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace. If you have experienced some, let me know. Because it's all rooted in white patriarchy. If you don't believe me, you could Google. It's free. It's racism, transphobia, homophobia rooted in, white patriarchy. It all goes to the same place. Y'all be like, y'all always talking about racism. Girl, it's all comes from the same place. And the system's starting to affect the palm color people too. Y'all be thinking the people that should be talking. No. Now y'all see is shit. I'm just say ICE. Now it's affecting white people. Now y'all concerned. We just gotta be honest. We just gotta be honest and real about the shit. Y'all wasn't gonna really do nothing until y'all it started affecting it coming into y'all own households. Damn, they trying to come get us too? Y'all just get a little taste of what the hell people is going through. Because your color wasn't the target. Your skin color wasn't the target. Now it is somewhat. Now y'all be like, now I want to try to understand. Yeah. But anyway, besides that, so anyway, some of the hired on people, on the company that been there for years or whatever, decided to stay and get some coin. Yes, ice out. Oh, you said, wait, I was the only one. What you mean? What happened? But y'all tap up the screen, share this live so many more people can come in. But yeah, girl, a few of them stayed, and we was just laughing like this shit. Like it didn't just happen just one time. This was like the second or third time the machine broke down, and it's like it had sparked and then broke down. So they had let us know, what to do for us to get it back up and working. But then it kept coming, it kept getting. It kept sparking, and the lit plastic to wrap the lit boxes up. That's what the machine. I don't know exactly what the machine name was, but it was like plastic wrapping up the lit boxes. We put okay. It's the department is canning. Okay, so they gonna put it. We had to stack it, the cans in a box, and then put it in the machine so the plastic could wrap it up, and then we put it on the pallet to send out. But the machine kept sparking, and we kept smelling the plastic like it was, burning and melting and stuff. So we're like, what the hell? What the hell going on with that? You know? So after we started sparking, we were like, oh, hell no. So we tried to call, maintenance supervisor or something. They really wasn't back there. So when they came for the second or third time, that's when the supervisor came to see what was really going on. He started asking us and me. I don't know why he came to me first. Like I would know, like, bitch, I'm not on with the company. Why the hell would I know? But came up to me with his red face and with a smile on, like, what's going on? I'm like, the machine keeps sparking and stuff like that. We don't really know what to do. And we kept trying to call a maintenance man to, fix the situation, but they don't know what's going on. So what the hell, So after a while of them not fixing the problem, trying to figure out what was going on, they end up eventually getting it going after, I want to say, 20 or 30 minutes. And then after that, it broke down again. It took like, I want to say 5 or 10 minutes, and it broke down again. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes. And it broke down again. So they ended up coming. And by that time, girl, I started giggling like, girl, this shit is cheap. Why don't they just get a new machine? When I tell y'all the machine is, chipping away, like you could tell it's green. The green started to turn brown, and it's just, girl, like y'all could have hid it. It's like painted over it to make it look like some, but you could tell it's old. It's like an old model machine, and operating it. It's so like I'm gonna say unprofessional for the lack of a better word, but it's not safe. It's not safe because like even like you could tell get some new machinery. Get some new machinery, and I'm gonna tell y'all since I've been there, all the stuff that broke down, I might as well go ahead and tell y'all. Since I've been there, and I've been on the company with the company for a week now, and that's broke down, and they've been nigga working on that. The natural gas had busted, had exploded, and the I guess some machines they say to warm up the meat. I forgot what that machine is called, but I'm just saying like that. That had broke, so we end up missing days for that. The lights in in the debone department had went off for an hour or two. We was down, we couldn't clock in or nothing, so that went out. The line that supposed to send the meat to to the deboners had broke, so we was down for another hour. Like stuff keeps breaking down over there. We keep missing days, so they give you the option of interviewing somewhere else, but they want you to follow all these rules and try to tell you how wrong you are as an employee, but they don't even got their shit together for as like buying new equipment, following their own rules, and so on and so forth. So it's like, girl, what y'all got going? Y'all stay focused. We are talking about racism, homophobia, and transphobia. Don't do the troll stuff. You will be blocked. I'm going to post this live as a video so my community can join the conversation. Okay? If you don't get it, you can go. All right. Back to what I was saying. They don't follow their own rules. So it makes no sense to be putting all this pressure and then all this disdain on the employees when y'all don't even follow your own rules. It makes zero sense. The math don't be mathing. So anyway, when he come back for the third or fourth time with his red face and all, by that time we was clowning. We was the temps and the employees, girl. We was just clowning like this shit is pathetic. They want us to follow all these type of rules and all this stuff that I'm telling y'all. Like we was just over it. We was over it and we was ready to go home. We was like, what are we doing here? Like we're not working anymore. The stuff is shut down. Like y'all can't get it back up and running as it should be. But it's not because the shit is old. It's outdated. Y'all know it's got new machinery, but y'all too cheap to bring in new machinery. So we over it. So as I'm giggling away and also looking at, because it was a few fine men up in there. Y'all know, shit, girl, I'm single. Well, if you don't know, I'm single and on the prowl. So it was a couple of fine ass men wearing some nice ass jeans, showing off their cakes and their dick print. Let's just be clear. And I was like, oh, yikes. That's just fine as motherfucker. Shit, they just sitting under the machine, legs all spread. Masculine and femininity is just going all around, girl, and they looking all clean, shaven, smelling good. So of course, I'm up here giggling and all that, noticing the scenery and talking with the employees and all that type of stuff. So here his and Bill's ass gonna come up to me talking about some what you doing? I'm like sitting here watching y'all, not knowing what the hell to do with this damn machine. Then he was like, instead of sitting laughing at, come here. I'm like, no, you got the red hairnet on, so you supposed to be showing us what to do, all that type of stuff. And he was like, well, instead of giggling at it, I'm like, you gonna watch how you talk to me, act like you got some sense. So I kind of did that, reverse psychology on them, whatever, girl, because I'm like, if I don't like how you talking to me, you gonna feel how it feels to talk to someone. You gonna feel it. I'm gonna let you know. So I did the same thing he was doing to me. He was like, no, you can go over there because I'm like, no, I'm good over here. But just, watch how you talk to me. All that type of stuff. And, I was like, I'm not finna sit here and argue with you. I'm not finna do that. And stuff like that. So I was giving him, just matching his energy pretty much. Y'all get in here, tap it up, tap it up, tap it up, honey. We are talking about racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace. So yeah, as he was thinking he was trying to gather me, girl, I ate your ass alive. You don't know what the fuck to do. You trying to come at me. You will never outread no queen, honey. Tap it up, y'all. And share, because that's going to make more people come in. We don't, content creators just don't be saying share the live just for no interest. Share, because it's going to make more people come in, y'all. And definitely tap it up. So anyway, girl, as I, ate his ass alive, girl, I was like, you know what? I just go over here and, because I'm not going to argue with you, which did me a favor because I did less work. So I was like, and then I was over there with the fine ass man. So he did me a favor, and I did less work. And the one that he put over in my place, he was the employee. He was already on with the company. He was complaining about the same thing. He was agreeing with me. And he said he told the supervisor that this machine is fucked up or whatever, and it's got us working extra hard or whatever, and it's keep breaking down. So yeah, ain't nobody like, bitch. If you're gonna talk ish, make sure you're gonna be putting me in a job that is harder than what I was at before, because I was just chilling. At the other place, I was like, you know what? You did me a favor. I wasn't sweating no more. I was chilling, just having a good time. I wasn't doing shit. So you did me a favor, bitch. So anyway, skipping from there to yesterday. This where it gets juicy, y'all. Girl. So I wasn't even like an hour into the shift yesterday. Like, I was on the line deboning. So not many people came to work Friday. So all right, we was missing days and stuff, and then people ain't got time. People got lives, as they should. So anyway, girl, tell me why they put me over there working with the supervisor. Working with the same supervisor. Ever since I had ate him up, gathered him, girl, completely, he ain't really said much to me, as he shouldn't. And I didn't really, give a damn. Like, it's just, treat me how you want to be treated, But I was like, I already had feelings of, today feels like it's going to be some BS. Because the girls is acting up. I've been seeing the white people posting on social media, laughing at posts on social media as it pertains to Black people and people of color. We talking about simply about what we've done for this country, and our ancestors done for this country, and they've put laughing emojis, or white people just pretty much doing white people shit that I'm not surprised about. What they think don't affect them, or they think racism don't exist and yada 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 and all this type of shit. I'm like, girl, like, it's a mess. We can't, like, as soon as Black people be like, what we're proud about, the one thing white supremacists or racist people hate is Black joy. They hate to see us happy. And then got the nerve to be like, Black people are lazy. When you can go ahead and Google and look up Black wealth, look up Black cities that were drowned out. For example, Lake Lanier was a whole city full of Black wealth. But they want to talk about black people don't know how to, get y'all, but why don't y'all just make your own shit? We've had numerous times, but white people can't stay out of other cultures' business. And white culture is stealing other people's culture. We just telling the truth over here. We're just telling the truth over here. We having a real discussion, because it's still Black Queer History Month, Black History Month. So we're gonna tell the truth over here. We're gonna tell the truth over here, guys. It's still very much so Black Queer History Month. Yes, honey. And we're not done with it yet. We're not done yet. Still very much Black Queer History Month, Black History Month. Y'all can and just go look up all the Black inventors. Just look it up. Y'all be like, what have y'all done? Y'all done in this country? What have we not? Y'all love to be like the Mexicans do this. Uh-huh. Yeah. But look up the Black inventors. You be like, oh wow. Oh wow. Black people have done this. Yes. And a lot of them, especially when it comes to a cure, the cure for shit. And okay, yeah. Google is free. Google is free, honey. Yes. But like I said, white culture is stealing other culture. That's the only culture. Stealing, seeking, killing, and destroying. That's what white culture is, bitch. Don't have their own culture. Don't be happy with themselves. That's why I took this supervisor, how I took him as a joke. But anyway, back to the story, girl. So anyway, so I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. I'm an empath. I could sense it. I knew because I've been coming more into my higher self, which I have always been, but coming more so embracing myself more and more as the years go by, as I should. And I just felt like yesterday was gonna be some bullshit. I just knew, I felt it. And I was like, I was like, so why I'm thinking about when I ended up calling the cops and they, just trying to get some, clothes back or whatever when I was in my teens, some shit happened. That's another whole nother story. And they were, I experienced racism, and homophobia and transphobia at my own home. So I was just thinking about that and I was like, why am I thinking about this so hard? So it ended up coming out in the workplace when one of the not the line leader, the supervisor, she was a Hispanic woman, told me to go over to the other side where they do like the potted meat and all that type of stuff. I don't know if it's called MDM. I'm not sure, but where they do the potted meat, the meat to make they just be breaking down. They break down the bones and all the leftover shit that we don't use. And debone. So they had me over there and I was asking for my primary supervisor or manager, whatever. Y'all know how they use that interchangeably anyway, girl. I'm gonna just say manager. I thought my manager was over there, but it was another manager. The one, the hen built bitch. They put him over there, the same one that I was talking about earlier. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be that type of day. I was like, I knew something was gonna happen. I was wondering why I was thinking about what happened when I was a teenager, And I was like, okay, so it was just reminding me and letting me, know how I dealt with it then. I may have to deal with it in a different way this time. You know what I mean? So it just came, it's not that I conjured it up. It's just, I'm just saying just intuition, letting me know something about to go down. So, went over there, ended up, getting dressed for that particular department because they got so many different different departments, but it's certain things that certain supplies you couldn't wear in in different departments. So I had to put on that supplies or whatever and get ready. And at first he was all right. Then and I ended up coming back from the bathroom. It was cool. We was getting some supplies together. The QA, the quality assurance person was making sure that everything was fine. Okay, there was damn water dripping from the air conditioners, and she was letting them know. And he was getting mad about it because I'm gonna say he was ripping and running. You know, the machine was acting up at first, and they was trying to get it to working how it should work. But the same thing with the canning machine. I'm gonna say the bitch is old. It's old. They don't want to replace shit. So it was acting up. The shit, it was screaming. I say screaming, but it ended up going off like buzzing, letting them know that something was wrong with the machine. So they was just getting frustrated at the machine. But I'm like, girl, it's old. It's old. So what y'all expect? So anyway, girl, he was being frustrated, and she ended up letting him know that I got it important. She was a black woman. He did not want her telling him what to do because he's not her supervisor. He did not like that. He did not like that at all. She ended up telling him, pointing up, to the ceiling, to the air conditioner, that it's leaking so it won't fall into the product, as she should. We don't want to eat something that's growing legs. She's supposed to let him know. She inspects a problem, and he's supposed to do something about it so it won't fall into the meat. So she just did the job. I saw his face when he turned around. He had muffled some under his breath, but he was all red in the face. I was like, I know he said something racist. I know he did. I know he did. I can tell. I've been experiencing this shit my whole life. I know he did. All red in the face and got a problem with her just because this is first time in probably 10, 20 plus years that his ass is actually doing some damn work and exercising, because he is built all fucking wrong, y'all. Wrong as fuck. I told y'all he built like a hen, skinny legs and all. I'm just saying. I'm just being truth. In fact, it's like he had to sit down about 3 times because he finally doing some damn work and exercising as he should, because his doctor probably told his ass, you need to get on a regimen because your ass about to drop dead soon. Do some exercise. Walk around. You want to talk shit? Walk. Exercise. Do some work. Be a man. Hell. Y'all get in here. Tap it up. Tap the screen up. Share this live, girl. I'm telling y'all what happened yesterday. I built the context. So I'm letting y'all know. It gets wild up from here. Okay. So anyway, he ended up, going to find one of the lit squeegees or whatever to clean the air conditioner. And she let him know again, probably about 10 minutes later, that it was doing the same thing. And, I'm like, okay, she letting you know what's going on. He ended up telling her supervisor, that, she, I guess pretty much she was getting on his nerve. She was complaining too much or whatever, according to my coworker, that you're saying he got tired of her bitch and whatever. So he had went and told her supervisor whatever, because he was irritated with her. But I knew it was deeper than that. Like, she's just complaining. Like, no, she's doing her job, and you don't want to do the damn job. So, girl, it got on from there. He started coming at me after I went to the bathroom for the second time because, girl, ain't really wasn't nothing going on. And we started off so fucking late, so damn late. And I needed to go to the restroom. I ended up going to the restroom, and he ended up seeing me take off my lit jacket, my lit, white coat. And, was being passive aggressive, like he was being, what state do you live? Oh, Mississippi in a retirement state. Y'all do not come here unless your life is over. You want to buy some land and, be peaceful, yes. But yeah, if y'all, trying to, never mind, I'm not going to get into that. But Mississippi, where you from? Make sure y'all tap up the screen, honey. Tap it up and share the live. You may not stay, but somebody else might. We are talking about racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace. I'm telling y'all my experience. Yeah, I mean, there's been a plethora of experiences, but I'm just keeping focused on yesterday. You say you did? I don't see. I don't see it. I see you asking me where am I going today? No damn where. Hell, but I don't see where you stated where you from. I see you saying I'm the only one here. Like I don't know why y'all gotta say. I don't understand why y'all got. I do want to ask that. Why y'all gotta say that? If a person say y'all can't just assume. Oh, he might be country. Cause we say y'all even if we talking about one person. Child. Y'all must be Gen Z. Like it posts to, I guess it posts a sting if it's not many people in the chat or viewing. Hell no, that don't stop nothing. If anything, if you don't hear any damn thing, even if it's only 0 people viewing or not buying your music or whatever, that don't mean you supposed to stop. You supposed to keep going. You supposed to keep going until the people that's supposed to be there show up. That don't stop nothing. I just want to let y'all know that, just in case y'all do not. I'm gonna make them feel away because there ain't too many people in the building. Girl, that is pathetic as hell. The hell. I guess they're supposed to make y'all feel better or something. I don't know. I mean, that shit is pathetic to me. But I digress. I'm up here making rotel, so y'all bear with me. I ain't finna fuck up my rotel fucking with y'all. But y'all step up the screen, let me know where y'all from, and let me know if you have, yes or no, have dealt with racism, homophobia, or transphobia. It don't have to necessarily be in a workplace, but just let a bitch know. Have you dealt with it? Okay, gotta stir this up a little bit. Yes, indeed. You said what? You heard me? I'm just girl. You heard me. You had said I'm the only one in here. I don't know why y'all be saying that. What's the point of saying that? What do y'all get from that? Cause that is definitely troll. Like not you may not be, but that's troll energy. Oh, I'm the only one in the building. Oh, you ain't got no traction or whatever. Like, you better go look at my video, my views. Better look at how many views I got. But look like somebody obviously be watching my content. That be tripping me out. Y'all better watch. Hell, I deal with homophobia, transphobia all together. Cause people come in and look at my profile pic or my channel pic or whatever you want to call it, and they leave because they're like, oh, this damn fade. Too busy worrying about the messenger instead of the message. So I'm just saying. Oh, hey, what's up, Sharika? How you been doing, boo? How you been? How you been, girl? I'm up making this rotel and talking about I'm gonna get back to talking about the racism, homophobia, and transphobia in the workplace because I experienced that yesterday and making my little rotel and stuff, girl. Oh, that's good, and I miss you too, boo. Oh, I miss you too, girl. I just been chilling. You know, we getting up there. We getting up there. I was thinking about other day was we used to turn up. Yes, they do way too much doing being trolls on her, girl. I mean, I was letting her know that I'm not necessarily talking to her, but then I wanted to ask her what they get out of telling people, I'm the only one here, or even letting me know how many likes I have, or whatever. I'm like, you better go and check my views. I almost got 400K views on my channel. I'm like, obviously, I get traction. So that's kind of that gives troll mentality. You know, people can't take me. People cannot take how I talk. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm always gonna be blunt and say what people do not want to hear. And I'm too old to be playing games. Like, girl, I'm always gonna say what's on my mind. But yeah, girl, I was thinking about the other day. We used to turn up, shake down in the jets, honey. Industry could not take us. Girl, them was the days. Them was the days, honey. But shoot, how your kids, how the babies doing? For real. And how old they are now? Cause I had, oh my goodness, I'm like, see, they doing good. Spoiled I am 417, 18. Oh, okay. Damn, 17. Ooh. Ooh. Girl, that 17 done got me. It's the 17 for me. Oh, ooh. That's what I be hearing. Them boys ain't no joker. But they gonna be behind. They gonna be behind you though. Can't nobody come up and be like, "Hey, what your intentions with my mama?" Damn. Oh my goodness, I feel so old, honey. Well, I mean, yeah. But no, oh my goodness. So if they know like I know, honey, it wasn't no joke over there, honey. They better not test that, honey. They better not. Ooh, damn. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful though. That is beautiful though. You call it to say I guess it's daytime now, honey. But no, my goodness, I didn't know. Shoot. But like, how you been like in a dating scene and all this type of stuff? Are you married now? Like, what's been going on, girl? Give me the tea. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's. But honestly, I'm happy everything going good though. I'm so happy. Do I like man? Only as it pertains to money, being financially stable. Math as itself, when it get to integers and all that stuff, I don't got time. No, honey, I don't. All the I about to say diagrams or pentagrams and all that type of. I don't got time for that. But no, tell them I said, sure can tell them I said, hey, they might not even remember me. Cause I've been staying out of Columbia and all this type of stuff. It's all right, But honestly, I prefer Columbia over Hattiesburg. I'm just be real. Cause down here, they love to do a lot of talking. That's it. We gonna have to catch up. It's good seeing you doing your thing. Honey. I mean, I never really been quiet. I was just more to myself. I sensed the fakeness over there, and I was like trying to keep cool because I was like, these bitches better not try me. That's the one thing I've always had this mouth. I just been more, you know, until I sensed that the person was cool. That's when I'd be like, okay, all right. You know how them bitches was over there. Girl. You know. But it's nice seeing you too, but we definitely gonna have to catch up. It's been too long. Would you say everybody I say hey? Oh my damn. Okay. Okay, shit, that's what's up, babe. I gotta say congratulations, cause Mississippi, yeah. I be telling people do not come here unless your life is over. Oh, we definitely gonna have to catch up about that, honey. Cause ooh, shoot, yes indeed. That's it. All right, I love you, boo. Yes, indeed. You said the truth right there. All right, boo. Bye. But yeah, y'all tap the screen up and subscribe. I'm gonna get back to the topic. I'm just making some rotel, y'all. And y'all come up in here, tap it up, share the live. You might not say, but somebody else might, and subscribe. We already at 702, 703 if Samantha was being honest. Let me stop. Yeah, y'all come up in here, don't be shy, honey. Y'all making this hotel. I gotta make this because I'm gonna be going walking and being on the prowl. Cause it's a beautiful ass day. I can't stay inside when it's a beautiful ass day. I can't. I be girl. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. But y'all, I think I'm just going ahead and still finish it up. Cause this stuff, it had to happen with his hint bill as right after the dude that I found attractive was, being lit nice to me and stuff like that. I was, pushing the lip. I'm, I'm it's not a table, it's something. They put it in, they put the damn, um, the lip potted meat shit that makes sausages and Vienna sausages and all that type of shit in a lit, I'm gonna say tub, kind of like a tub, but it's metal. So I'm gonna say tub, and we gotta push that to a scale. It has to weigh like close to 500 pounds or 500 pounds, even 600 pounds some damn time. And we gotta push that over there. So he was being nice to me or whatever, and he ain't really say anything because he gets real shy. But I was like, thank you, and I was like, fuck, think about him and the fact that he was wearing damn sweatpants showing that print. I was like, yikes. So anyway, after that happened, the manager started trying me, like saying this stuff like when I went on my second break because I had a pee girl. We really wasn't doing too much because it was still, even though I pushed some of the meat, it still was acting up. Like, they don't want to say nothing. Anyway, he came out of the office and was saying, this your second break? I ain't saying nothing at first. I still was taking my jacket up, my coat off. So I was like, I don't give a damn. After I had my appendix removed, had my little surgery, girl, if I hadn't needed to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I don't give a damn. But yeah, he ended up saying, well, D-Bone only get like one break, which I'm not sure about, but I don't really give a damn if they got one break, two break, three break. I don't give a damn. I'm going to the bathroom. So anyway, as he said that, I didn't really say anything. And nothing like that. I was pretty much ignoring him. I didn't really give a damn what he was saying, because when I told him what I told him that day we came in, I didn't really speak to him at all. Maybe about the time clock, but other than that, I wasn't really gonna have no full-fledged conversation with him. Once you fuck over me, you pretty much dead to me. So, but yeah, my primary manager came up out of the office too, which I was like, why y'all came out the same office? Because I heard that they ass supposed to be married. So I don't know what y'all fucking in the office, but this neither here nor there, which I don't give a damn because ill, because both of them are unattractive. But anyway, both of them, because honestly, both of them look like they struggle and they take it out on everyone else. So if you come in there, we already supposed to come to work, not bringing our personal shit from home and bring it to work. They do it every day, and I guess they think because they're older. A lot of older people, ancient people, think that just because they are ancient, they can speak to anyone any kind of way. And I'm like, oh no, ma'am, because I'm not gonna sit and argue with you. I'm gonna want to swing on you. So anyway, she came out there and she was like, she ended up sitting beside him and saying that, oh, he ain't working on my side. Looking at my side, I guess trying to, make a joke, but, just forced. Because I'm like, girl, there's really no substance in her. So I wasn't really taking either of them serious. He was saying, he started saying after she made that uneasy joke that well, you can go now, but I was already out the door, going to the bathroom. um I'm like, bitch, I'm not finna stop. I'm finna go to the bathroom. Either you do something about it, because the only thing you can do is fire me. That's it. You can't whip me. I let it be known that, I'm not trying to do it like what I just want to do. But it's like, I'm not, if I need to go to the restroom, I'm gonna go to the restroom. And if I need to, I will go to HR and let them know y'all not trying to let people go to the restroom. So we're not finna do that, and you're not finna debo me. That's what they think, they can debo you. But anyway, from then on, I came back out the bathroom, put on my coat, went back on the floor, came back to the area, and he was standing with another manager, another white man. But they both white. So, it doesn't mean that all white people are, no, but the majority of y'all, yes. But they was chopping up, and I knew they was talking about me with how they was standing. He had turned toward me with the smile on his face, that fake ass smile that a lot of them rednecks be doing. And he like, we only get one bathroom. Better than that, girl. I had waved him away, and I knew that would piss him off. But I was not being petty. I was like, girl, bye. I'm not finna argue. I'm 30. I'm in my 30s. I ain't finna be. I ain't got the girl. Bye, bye. So from then on, they can't take that. One thing a racist person hates is to be ignored. A racist person hates to be ignored, because all it is by projection. What they call you an animal, or y'all uneducated, y'all the N-word, all that type of stuff. They projecting. They feel that way about themselves, but they trying to, use their power, I guess, especially if they're in a higher position, to put fear in you, or to control you, or to have power over you by being condescending, or saying stuff that they know they think may irk you, for you to act out, for them to feel, they want that type of attention, which they are. That means they have low self-esteem. They are, the animals that they're calling you, or uneducated, like that type of stuff. They hate to be ignored. So from then on, he needed to get some help, because they don't. I also want to say they be weak mentally. Racist people are weak mentally. They are so weak mentally. They narrow-minded. They can't think outside the box. They can't. Broaden their horizons. They just know. So his ass ended up talking to two other white men, and I knew what they was doing. They was circling me and my coworker, because he was white, and we was up there talking, having a good time and all that type of stuff, talking about, the work and all that type of stuff, and the fact how he was acting and all that type of stuff, that they have him running around with his head cut off, a chicken with his head cut off, because he is shaped like a hen, so that really made sense. So girl, just talking about me. And I ain't really hear too much of what he said, because I didn't really give a damn. But I know how they operate. I know how racist, homophobe operate. It's pretty much sister phobias to me. And they all lead back, all are rooted in the same thing, white patriarchy. Racism, or whatever you want to call it, it's all rooted in hate. And totally unhinged. So, they was talking or whatever. I guess pretty sure he was talking about me ignoring him or the fact that I went to the bathroom or whatever, feeling away because he ain't get the reaction he wanted. So he wants to, want to spread that and let his minions know, especially if they are racist too or prejudiced as well, have prejudices against homosexuals, transsexual, all the phobias and stuff like that. So it wouldn't take much for them to be on his side, and they all gonna have each other's side anyway. They white, then they're old, then they from that different time. They want to bring it back, and you could just tell the ones that voted for Trump. You could just tell. And I call, mostly I call white people soulless people. It takes for other, it takes for black people, people of color, to teach you compassion as a human. To teach you compassion as a human, that is pathetic. To have compassion for the human race, but y'all want to say all lives matter, but y'all are totally oblivious to what go on with other races except your own. That is the problem. So yeah, they were just sitting there doing it, and I wasn't, I know how they operate. This has happened a plethora of times. And if they can't handle you by themselves, they try to get other minions to jump on a bandwagon to, I guess, try to come at you too. Because I knew who it was, but then to answer my question, his minion, the one he was talking to, he's a little younger, I want to say, than him, came up and started saying, making a lit joke or whatever, but indirectly wanting us to do it. Just they don't never be. They just want to throw subliminals. They don't never be direct. They don't never want to be straightforward with what they, want to. They trying to subliminally advise you to do something, and it was like we were putting it up high. The meat that could possibly be like 490 or close to 500 as possible, but not to the point where it's going to be falling out of the tub. We were trying to make it easier on us too, because I'm at the same time, I'm 30 and he's 23, but we still want our backs. So he came over there talking about, but he was mainly talking to the white dude, which I was like, I already see it. He barely saying anything to me. Cause dude done got in his head or whatever, but he wanted me to overhear. So I was standing right there. So, he was like, the guy was like a quarter smaller than you, he said to the other white dude and stuff like that. And, they was still pushing and all that type of stuff. And and the white dude looked at him, looked at me, and, we shared that lit. And the mom was like, we were like, well, that's them, shoot. I ain't finna hurt my back, hurt myself, shoot. Because he was like, they'll let it get up to being a mountain, and all that type of stuff. Like, and so, girl, me and him shared a look like looking like hell nah. It's like that, and he ended up telling him built manager, and they they end up laughing or snickering or whatever, and the built manager looked my way or whatever, and try to wave away or whatever. I was like, I guess whatever, girl. We were not finna do it. So it kept going on from there. On from there, he kept trying to find ways to say something. We came back from break. He was looking at his time, but he didn't really say nothing then. But then he started trying to do little stuff to, I guess, get to get on my nerve. Like, we supposed to write down the weight. We supposed to write down. Well, somebody will write down the time. I guess it was him, since he was the manager over there, over there for that day or whatever, managing us. He would write down the time. So we had to, get the pen and write down, what the number was on the scale, or how much it weighed. And he said something like, you over there talking, because by that time I was talking to the QA and talking to the black woman, and letting her know that I saw what he was doing. Like, he's being racist, sexist, and all this type of stuff because he don't like to be, I guess, told what to do by a black person. Because he really wasn't giving that energy to white people. He really wasn't giving the energy to the other white people. He was more so giving to the Hispanics that work there, the Mexicans that work there, and to us because we're black. So, girl, I came over there looking for the pen, and then I turned around. He was like, here you go, and had that same, fake ass smile on his face, and he was saying, I guess, trying to look big and tough or whatever in front of the other white man. Said instead of talking, which I didn't hear what he said because I really wasn't giving him no energy. I just took the pen and swiveled back around and went and wrote down the time. And for the rest of the day, he was trying to get on my nerve. He was trying to bring out, that beast in me, so he could be justified in his behavior, so he could feel like he got power over me. And I'm not gonna say no names, but the QA had a similar name to mine, and we was just talking about that and stuff like that. And we was sitting by the machine. She was letting us let me and my coworker know that the levels on the temperature on the machine was not right, and she was letting the manager know that, and he was coming over there speaking down to her, and just being like, aggressive in a sense, being, an asshole and stuff like that. And she would look at me, I would look at her like, I understand, I know. Like, girl, just being miserable. And I was talking about, how white people be, they are energy vampires. Misery loves company, and I'm not gonna be a visitor. And she was like, we started to just ignore his ass. We was just still kikiing, and another black woman, another QA came over. We was just kikiing and talking about, and I was like, this is Black History Month, right? And like, right, these white people acting up, girl, doing the most. And so like that, and they saw it too. They see it too. But they being more so subliminal with their racism, homophobia, and transphobia instead of being blatant. Instead of saying the N-word or saying homosexual or gay, they say it in hushed tones because they ain't that damn crazy. Because I was like, they only got one word, a few words to say, but they're not gonna let us hear it. They're not gonna let us hear it, but we see it and stuff like that. But I'm like, you can say it's certain words that you could definitely say, but you end up calling me a bitch or fighting words, call me the N-word or you call me the F-bomb, girl, it's going down. It's going down. Ain't gonna be no more talking after that. But ignoring a racist makes them angrier. He couldn't fathom being ignored. This was supposed to work. I was supposed to get him to act out of character. He didn't know what to do with himself. And I don't want to say the QA's name, but she let me know what I already knew. But she answered my question for years. They hate to see black joy. He was walking past me because I wasn't giving him the energy. He was looking at me up and down and rolling his eyes, and she let me know that. Every time he walked past, he looked at me and roll his eyes and all that type of stuff because he wasn't getting my power. He wasn't getting the reaction he wanted. And he ain't really want that reaction, honestly, if we being clear, because me blacking out ain't no good for nobody within the vicinity because, bitch, we moving furniture, ho. And I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there with him or anybody. So I was ignoring him. Doing my thing, still running my mouth. I'm having conversations because just like I told them in HR, I don't get paid enough not to be talking, and that is not what I signed up for. I am not no slave. I'm gonna come and talk, have a good time. Do what you do. Because you can't whip me. You cannot whip me. So I guess he felt like he was getting his payback or trying to get his payback because I gathered him, ate him alive, in that damn canning room, girl. And girl, he couldn't take it. He felt like, I guess he had to get his power back or get his leg back, and he was just getting angrier and angrier. So girl, I started to twerk a little bit, laugh more, just having a good old time. Talking with the black woman, she was telling me about her son graduating, all this good stuff, and at every instance, here go his ass trying to say something or trying to do something like, like I was saying, he would start saying, instead of talking, you forgot to sign a thing. But I'm like, you had to hand me the pen. You had the pen. How the hell would I sign it if you had the pen in your pocket? Just to have something to say. I'm like, these people, racist people are not the smartest people on the planet. Like, you had the pen, babe. You had it, regardless if I was talking or not. If I came over there, I wouldn't have been able to sign it. Leave the pen. Stop taking the pen. You know what I mean? But I wasn't giving him no energy. He was just trying to, because I told him to watch how he talk to me, whatever. He feel like, I guess, talking to me or saying what I guess he wants to say or whatever, somehow, oh, I ain't gonna do nothing or whatever like that. No, I'm ignoring you. I'm not giving you no energy. So, it's just like that. Y'all gotta. I'm up here cutting this thing up, honey. I'm almost done with my rotel dip. Yes. But yeah, doing this stuff like that. Then I end up carrying one of the tubs to the back for it was done being weighed. And one of the white dudes back there, he always look like he's angry about something. But he's one of the rednecks too, girl. His ass ended up clapping. But, I was like, okay. Like clapping like, good job, but I didn't see it. So I told my work friend, honey, I was like, I'm not gonna say anything about that too much, because I didn't turn around and see that he was clapping at me. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. That these races, if you are black, indigenous, honey, you know. You post something or post about black inventors, anything to do with black people, black pride, black joy, they've been laughing at it. They've been laughing, being oblivious, just doing what white people do. Just doing what black people do. I've been doing what white people do, girl. And black people been doing what black people do. And they don't like it. They hate to see us joyful. So yeah. And the last thing he did was when I was talking to the QA, before we left, he started, waving at me or whatever, and start trying to, aggressively point to the tub or whatever to do something. And the QA had pointed, but I had looked at her. I was like, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do that right now. Until he corrected himself. I wasn't gonna do shit. He pulled out the little thing, and I didn't look at him. I was like, I was like looking at, had my hands crossed, like, I ain't doing that shit. until he like just pointed where I had to go. I was like, so do we what do we do with this? He was like, what was doing with it earlier, being away. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, mainly talking to QA woman or whatever, like, yeah, girl, yeah. And he was like doing something, yeah, okay, yeah, like that, trying to argue, be argumentative. I'm not paying you no mind, girl. Just trying to get a reaction out of me and stuff. So he didn't get that reaction. And I won. So yeah. Yep. Yes, indeed. It was, I'm not gonna sit and act like I'm not gonna sit and act like, girl, like things ain't what, like it's so easy to do, far as like to see, the racism, the homophobia and transphobia and stuff like that, to see it, like, to see how far we are from actually being to the, all lives matter and stuff. Like, all lives not gonna matter until Black Lives Matter. To Black gay lives matter. To Black trans lives matter. To all Black lives matter. Because all Black lives do matter. And to have people like that on Earth that are still narrow-minded, closed-minded, racist, hate people because they are a different color, different sexual orientation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And, hey, but I feel like, the way I handled it was what a queen do. I'm not saying that every day will be the same, but I definitely let it be known that you have no power here. You do not control my actions, I do. But if you touch me or you say anything that is offensive towards me, you may get the reaction you think you want. But it didn't go there. I'm like, hold on. And I honestly, no, I wouldn't want it to. I wouldn't. But, racist people do not know how to mind their own business. Racist people cannot mind their own business for shit. It kills them to see other people existing and being joyful and authentic, being happy. It's like that's what white people hate, to see other people joyful. So there you have it. There you have it. There was moments where I could have flashed out and I would have definitely been valid, but then, I'm not trying to give nobody no power. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to fight. I'm just here to work. Was just there to work. That's it. That's it. People won't let you do that. People don't want you to do that. But even though he was giving, the black woman, the Hispanic man, the Mexican man, he ended up yelling at on break or whatever. I was standing by. I was like, you get nothing, absolutely nothing from me if he was, because he wasn't saying that to me. I was like, oh, you talking to him, because I was definitely being like, oh, who the fuck you talking to? But Just being miserable, being a bitch the whole day, being a bitch the whole day to everybody, But then he primarily focused on me because I didn't give him any energy, you know. And a lot of times, I'm gonna say every single time though, you ignore a racist, homophobic, transphobic ass individual. They can't take it. They lose their power. They don't know what to do. They start, coming undone. And it's funny to see because I was laughing at his ass the whole time. They start becoming undone. They don't know what the fuck to do. Like he's not reacting to my, he's not reacting to my, to my homophobia, my racism. Because they believe they got power there. They got power over you. They believe that. They believe that. And just like the coworker, I'll just say him. He started believing. It's a lot of it's a lot of white people that try to be cool with black people and stuff like that, and they believe just because they struggled or struggled in the vicinity of black people that they are, they can act black or they know what it feels like to be black or whatever. I'm like, until your skin color is the target, you will never understand. And then we can't really even have a conversation if you believe talking a certain way equals black, like ghetto equals black. We cannot have no conversation. Talking improper equals being black. I had to tell him, all black people don't talk like that, right? We are a diverse group of people, and you know, just because you struggle doesn't mean that you know what it feels like to be black. There is no off days. There is no off days. And he started, saying nigga and stuff like that. He said it twice, I guess, to test and see what I'll do. And I had told him, for me, if you don't mind not saying that around me, and he respected it, because I'm like, we was talking about respect and all that type of stuff. And I be noticing when white people a lot of times get comfortable or they feel like they was in a hood, because every state, every city has a hood. They feel like, oh, I know what it feels to be black, or they want to have a struggle mentality or have a struggle just to say. But then when it's time to be or act black, you want to go into your white privilege, and that's definitely what separates us. If you're gonna be an ally, you're an ally. You ain't gotta let us. You ain't really gotta scream it from the rooftops. We just know. But saying ignorant stuff like that, you are the nigga you're talking about. Pretty much. You say some ignorant shit like that because that's the definition. Believing, talking improper, being ghetto is black. You're the nigga. So maybe you are. Maybe you know more than I say. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, that's definitely ignorant as hell. Like y'all people want to so bad until it's time to be black. We make stuff look cool. Everybody can't do that. We make stuff look cool. Yeah. And no, I'm not black first. I'm everything I am at the same damn time. But yeah, I definitely do experience homophobia, transphobia more. But that doesn't mean I don't. I've talked about this numerous times. Doesn't mean I don't, experience racism. But at the same time, I'm still experiencing all of it at once because I'm everything I am at one time. At one time. And they are sister phobias. rooted in hate. It's just hate, disdain. Like, so that's what I mean. That's just what happened. You know, that's just what I just knew it was gonna happen. It's unfortunate. I had definitely had to leave jobs because of, you know, the homophobia, transphobia, racist. But the sad part about it, a lot of black people don't act like they see it. They act like they don't see it. Like, how can you be pro-black and anti-LGBTQIA plus? Like, you can't. Like, it makes no sense. But well, that was my tag talk for today. I guess, but I may be back because I'm gonna have to go walk and stuff like that because I'm big sing, I'm on a proud. But y'all come up here and let me know the racism and homophobia and transphobia that you deal with and stuff like that. Get in that community and let's discuss this because this is rampant. This is rampant, and we need to talk about it, and talking about it gets having the conversation going and finding ways to not necessarily avoid it, but how we gonna tackle it, how we gonna handle this, how we gonna continue to handle this, what different ways, different avenues we could take to make sure that we are protected and our jobs are protected, and because we're being discriminated against. Like, this stuff is ongoing, it happens. I don't know what would happen Monday, not all, because what if it's not done? What if I have to go to another job? What if, I mean, I've had to, but I'm not gonna change who I am to please nobody. I'm not. I won't dress a certain way. I won't do that. I am me. Am me. And if there is jobs that are LGBTQ plus friendly that you can suggest, because I'm in Mississippi, girl. Mississippi, the deep crack of that ass South, where this is a red state. This is a red state. So I know people will suggest, well, how about, what if you want to move? It is cheap down here. It is cheaper. The cost of living is cheaper than most states. I will say that. But besides just that, if there is people that is in the Mississippi area that are LGBTQ or allies to us, that know certain jobs that are more so LGBTQ and stuff like that, yeah, I'll send a bitch a list. But other than that, let me know y'all stories, because I love to hear it, but at the same time, that will give me strength to continue to keep going and sharing my testimony and all that type of stuff. Will hopefully help someone else, to keep going. Still be you. Be exactly who you are, because you were born to be, honey. You're here, genetically. Go look that up. So yeah, we gonna have to keep talking about this, and the best way is to handle it and stand with and stick with each other, because they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that against you. And why I didn't go to human resources? I have about a few things and stuff like that, but they still stick with each other. They do that. Well, maybe no, no. I gave you facts. They are lying and this and that. Well, maybe it's just a misunderstanding on their part, not mine. So human resources is more so there to protect the company instead of protecting you. And, I have went to, not particularly this HR, but when I was at the other chicken plant, HR brought it up to them about, talking about homophobia, and stuff like that. I've still continue to advocate and do my work in a sense, in how I can, because if you don't know, I'm not really liked. But I'm a very likable person, but just me being my authentic self, people don't like that. So it ruffles feathers. I've always ruffled feathers. So yeah, they would, I guess, didn't want to too much touch there. I guess they just want to keep it in discrimination. But I'm like, you got to be very clear on what discrimination, what type of discrimination, and who is more so discriminated against. This stuff needs to be addressed. But then this Mississippi has the lowest population of LGBTQIA, so I guess they feel like it's not a big deal when it really is. It's a lot of DLs running around here. It's a lot. I mean, girl. So yeah, I have went to HR about these things, about the supervisors, managers, and stuff like that. But you know, they on their side, and a lot of times, which is sad, it be coming from people of color that be kissing their ass. I'm like, ICE is out to get you, Hispanic woman, because she is a supervisor over. I spoke to her too. I'm like, they out to get you too. And the black woman that I came there to tell her about, y'all know they out to get y'all as well, which is sad and unfortunate when y'all be like, who gonna protect black women and all this stuff? But you are standing against me as a black gay male when it's us too that be at the forefront of social justice issues along with black women and so on and so forth. But y'all, that was y'all moment to be like, I understand, but oh yeah, So I deal with it from black women too. Same women that support the Whisperer. Y'all need to be locked up too. But I digress, girl. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Let me know your stories and share with amongst each other, because we need to continue to build community, because it's important. We are in dire times, honey. Get y'all guns, y'all tents, everything that's necessary for you to protect yourself, because they don't like us and they not like us. So, yeah. Ooh, I'm about to. Bye.